Oh, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, or the alleged Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Listen, man, she's entertaining, I'll tell you that. So she was on, there's an interview named Marissa Mitchell. And I think I was like DC5 or Fox 5 or something like that. So Cheyenne was there promoting her new book. And Marissa Mitchell was pretty nice to her, you know. She kind of bring up the whole controversy about Cheyenne being a doctor and not a doctor, but very lightly. And Cheyenne kind of brushed it off, say, well, you know, my book is now a bestseller, so, you know, there's no publicity like free publicity. So Cheyenne has a lot of Trump in her, man. She has a big ego and loves marketing. So the interview was going along, but then Marissa, being a good journalist, came back around. And she was just saying how, you know, why don't you, because of the controversy, like, why don't you just take the doctor off your name? And Cheyenne was like, you know, people who are criticizing me, you know, they're upset with me because I created my own lane and maybe they couldn't create their own lane. And she was basically saying that these people are envious. I think she said, admiration brings envy. It's like, oh. Now listen. Cheyenne Bryant, because I refuse to call her a doctor. Cheyenne Bryant is very attractive. She looks like a video chick. She's very attractive. She knows how to command an audience. She has a way with words, even though when she's talking, sometimes there's a lot of babble. But sometimes, you know, when you see her interviews, it makes a lot of sense. I saw the interview she did back in the day with Cam Newton. And Cam Newton was talking about having 8 kids, and Cheyenne pushed back on him about talk about the family in the home. And how, you know, they don't have a consistent dad around. And that was a good discussion. Like, here's the thing about Cheyenne. Cheyenne does have a bachelor's degree in psychology. She does have a master's in family and counseling. So if that's given how she looks, given how she's really good at communicating, and given that she does make sense at times, and she's attractive, I think if she was on Cam Newton, and Shannon Sharp, and Nick Cannon, and so all these other places, I think she would have been fine without adding a doctorate. I kind of get why she added the doctorate, or the doctor to it, just because she feel like, well, it's quicker for me to get in these spaces if I said I was a doctor. And I say, yeah, but at what cost? And the problem is and the thing is, when she was on Joe Budden, and she was talking about how people who get a doctorate, you know, they do it only for insurance, and that made a lot of people upset. Now, forever I've heard that people say they didn't believe Cheyenne Bryant was a doctor, but then she ticked off like real people. she ticked off real doctors. And I was watching this other video with this guy, I forgot his name, so I apologize. He had 3 black female doctors, and they were I feel so bad for them because they actually did the work of writing a thesis and doing years and years of therapy and all that stuff as doctors. And I love them too, just because they had a very soothing voice like Angela Bassett. It's like, I love these doctors. I'm so relaxed. So they was upset by this because it's like, no, they did the work. And Cheyenne, because she was on the Breakfast Club, they asked her about, well, where'd you get your doctorate from? And he said, well, I got it from Argosy University. Well, Argosy University is an online university that doesn't exist anymore. And she said that, you know, because of that, she couldn't get to her thesis, or she couldn't get to any information because it was only around for 2 years. And there's people actually went to Argosy University who said, I got my information just fine. So I just wish, here's what I think. She knows she's not a doctor. So when she was on the Breakfast Club with Joe Budden recently, she could have said, listen, I want to tell y'all something. This is exclusive. I don't have my doctorate. I'm going to tell you why. My doctorate is from the streets. Because she could have said, listen, I was one of 7 growing up. I was born in the hood. My parents were teenage parents. I had bad relationships. So yes, technically I might not be a doctor, but I'm a doctor of life. And yeah, I did go to get my doctorate at Argosy University. That's probably a lie. I was going to get my doctorate at Argosy University, but I was in that classroom saying, like, I have too much to give to the world to sit in this class. I can't wait. And then plus, when I was giving advice to my friends, they called me Doc anyway. They called me, you know, Dr. Bryant anyway. So after a while, I just kind of accepted it. And plus, people start putting me on shows and they called me doctor. And I just ran with it. I didn't think people would just ask. And so I apologize to all the people in the communities, the therapy communities, the doctors out there who's actually got doctors and worked on their thesis. I meant no harm. I just wanted to help people. And then throw some Bible scripture, because she's great at that too. When you watch all these interviews, she puts Bible scriptures and everything. So Bible scripture, blah, 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 I'm sorry. And then go away. Then come back, and then you create the next grift. The next grift would be religious, on her repentant tour. Then she'll be back on Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp and B. Simone and Nick Cannon. And then somehow she'll find a way to Pastor Jamal Bryant's church, talking about forgiveness, and say, God, please don't forsake me. I know I am one of your lost sheep. Please, I give my life to you, Lord. Just say all that. It's like, oh yes, girl. Please, Lord, protect her. And that's the next grift, religion. Listen, I have nothing against Cheyenne Bryant. I just feel like she should have been more honest, especially when, realizing that she isn't a doctor. And plus, to be honest, the thing that I really don't like about her is that she uses religion a lot, and she knew she was lying. I hate people who use religion to make a point, and they use it for evil, or they use it for lies. They use religion to justify slavery. The KKK use religion to justify their hate. And then there's just people overall who knows they're doing not the Lord's work, and they're not horrible people, but it's built around a bunch of lies. I'm sure when I'm about to say Pastor Bryant, she's gonna be Pastor Bryant, but she is. I'm sure when Cheyenne Bryant was always using the Lord's name when she's making a point, I'm sure the Lord's saying like, girl, don't do that. Don't do that to me. I don't want to send you to hell. Stop. So what do you guys think of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, the alleged Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? Do you feel like, who cares, man? I like her books. She gives good information. Who cares? Or do you feel like, nah, man? Especially those people who actually went through all the years of getting a doctorate and work on their thesis and paying back student loans for their doctorate. Like, no, man, this is serious business. Lord, don't strike her down just yet. She got to start her next grift. Hey, Dr. Bryant, if you want to talk to me, hey, my name's Kevin Lockett. Come visit our channel. Doctor.